All right, we are now live. Hello, everybody. This is Candace from the Candy Shop.
Hey, it's Kanea from the candy shop.
Yes, and we are here to talk about, well, first of all, before I forget, what day is it? It's Mimosa Mondays.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, my little baby's crying. Can you see it? Mimosa Mondays. I put it
Yeah,
up. There it is. It just disappeared. But
there it is.
yes, there it is. So this is number Mimosa. Hey, Hannah. Let me put your comment up. This is actually some vodka. It's a screwdriver, but it looks like a mimosa.
This
So,
is this is Chardonnay.
ah,
I'm
so
still on my wine.
not quite mimosas, but we're getting there. So today we are going to talk about some hot topics. I wanted to pause with reviewing shows. Oh, thank you, Hannah. She
Thank you.
said we cute, and she has her mimosa. You got to send me a recipe for your mimosas, Hannah.
Yes, definitely.
Yes. So we will start. I think I want to start reviewing shows when the new season of Housewives of Atlanta starts. Then we'll start at the beginning because Potomac we kind of started in the middle. So this is what we're going to talk about today. So people have been cutting up for real since this election, and one of these people, Eva Longoria.
Sad.
Thoughts. I want to get your thoughts first
S
because let me get on my glasses because this is going to be a reading session today.
SMH. On Eva Longoria. Wrong, 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 wrong. I find it funny, and this is sarcasm here. I like how she tried to correct herself on Twitter. She tried to correct herself, but no, baby, we knew what you meant the first time. You said it correctly the first time on how you meant it. She said, but Latina women, but comma, well, comma, but Latina women, period, automatically discredits the person that you were talking about before you open your mouth. Period. I don't agree with it. I don't see there's a to me there's a disconnect between some women of the Latina community and some of them, not all of them. Honestly, I am very good friends with women of that community, and I've never heard any snide remarks or think side things. I actually used to work with them every single day, 5 days a week, and we would go out and actually hang together, and never heard those remarks. So again, I'm going to say some, not all. But her and J Lo, they can literally kick rocks. I'm not really understanding why they feel like they have to compete. It's no competition. It's we're two separate. If you want to join, but you don't have to say, but we did this, but we did that. You don't have to feel like you have to compete.
Yeah. My thoughts, I mean, I echo exactly what you're saying. She was wrong. First of all, why are we in your mouth? Like she tried to clean it up and say she was comparing Latino women to Latino men, but what are you bringing us up for? And this goes what some person tweeted. This goes to show you that black does not always equal people of color because it's been a lot of times now, like you said, I'm not going to say all Latinas, but a lot of Latinas seem to put themselves above us, i.e. Gina Rodriguez. So it's a lot of them that do that. And you can look at even Love and Hip Hop. What's the girl Sin Santana saying that black men always preferred Latinas and they just feel like Latinas are better for them than black women. So it's something I'm not going to say all, but they seem to do it often. And Eva Longoria has proved that she's a lighter skin toned Latina woman. So to be completely honest, just like J Lo, she seemed white to me too. I'm sorry, no offense, but I mean, I don't. She's not a person of color to me. I don't identify with her. I
Exactly.
don't feel like she's had the same struggle that I have had. So her making those remarks was very insensitive, and for her to compare us, like we had nothing to do with you, ma'am. Secondly, we in Georgia, myself in Georgia is what helped Biden turn the state of Georgia turn blue. So
Yeah.
I'll say that. And it's like Exactly, Hannah. Hannah said she was 100% wrong. Exactly. And it's like she discredited Stacey Abrams. Stacey Abrams, like I said before, after she lost the race, the governor race 2 years ago, she, instead of just not doing anything, she created an organization and focused on getting 800,000 people registered to vote. So she was able to do that. So in the end, Stacey Abrams is the reason why Georgia is blue, not the Latina women, Eva. So
Exactly. I don't even understand what is the point of them having her
highlighting.
as a guest for an interview. What was the point of that? And if that was in her notes to prepare to say, she has issues, like
I,
deep
I would have
internal issues.
I would have rather her talk about the situation in Florida, because in Florida, Cubans voted for Trump, Puerto Ricans voted for Biden. And so, even though those are two separate Latino spectrums or cultures, I would have wanted to hear her thoughts on that.
Exactly. But instead, she put us
She
in
said
there.
it was no point.
Keep
Yeah,
our
she
name out your mouth.
yeah, she brought up black women. But yeah, I would have loved to hear her talk about what happened in Florida, what happened in Arizona, because yes, in Arizona, the Latino vote is what helped Arizona turn blue as well. Hana in her Cardi voice. What was the reason? Exactly.
Cardi
Exactly.
B, baby.
But Cardi is
Let's go.
another one too, though. Cardi be
Baby.
setting herself above us too at times. She wants to be black when it's convenient. What's his name say? The guy that sang with Sherelle that Sunday Monday. He said Prince was convenient when it was he
Oh
was
yeah.
black when it was convenient for him.
Uh-huh.
That's how Cardi B seems to me. I don't know if she's actually black or not. I don't believe so. She seems like a Latina. And not to make everything about race, but people bring it out like Eva named us first. So now we have to make it about race because she singled out black women. There was no reason to talk about us because she could have talked about white women. She could have talked about any other race of women, but she separated herself from people of color and
Yep.
talked about Latinas and said this Biden owes this election to Latinas. No, he doesn't. He
That was
doesn't.
hilarious. That was hilarious. I think it was cute because Kerry Washington tried to have her back. She actually was tweeting in support of Eva, and so Kerry, what's going on, baby? Come on, no, I understand that might be your friend, but you need to have a serious
Carrie?
conversation with your friend behind
I was gonna
closed
say
doors.
right now, please. We don't need Olivia Pope right now, ma'am. This ain't the time.
Exactly.
This ain't the time, ma'am. And so, yes, Hannah said that the child, yes, Cardi's child does look 100% black, and that's she's gonna have to. I know she's gonna raise her as a Latino, but when people see that child, they're gonna see her as a black woman, and that's something she's gonna have to deal with growing when she gets older.
Yep.
Also, yes, Carrie did go down the wrong road. I don't know. That is just that's crazy to me. It's crazy. Like, what are you doing, ma'am? Like, I don't get it. But moving on from Eva Longoria, I do not want to give her any more of my energy. I feel like we've said enough. I'm not going to cancel her because, this is the cancel culture. Everybody be canceled. I do feel like people make mistakes. She's learned her lesson from that. But now I know. That's that. I'm just one of those people. Now I know.
Exactly.
But no, she's not canceled. So moving on, I do want to talk about Kamala. She ended up like what you sent me. She thanked the black women for voting for Biden. Yes, we did that.
And my
Oh,
question is, I wonder if that was in response to.
Hannah's gonna cancel Eva.
I wonder if Kamala's tweet was in response to what Eva said and how big it blew up.
Yeah. I don't know. Kamala, I love Kamala, and I'm gonna forever shout her out. I'm gonna forever shout out HBCUs because people try to put us down so often, and it's not even not to go on a soapbox, people, but and y'all might get mad at me, but I don't care. This is my goddamn channel. I'm gonna say what the hell I want to say. So, oh, oh, yep, Hannah, she is irrelevant. She said, "It's nothing to cancel. She's irrelevant." I'm so lost, but I'll try to catch up on the hot. Sebastian, we're talking about Eva Longoria and how she singled out Black women, and she said that we basically Latino women they were the reason why Biden won the election,
Right.
and it was just definitely incorrect. And Hannah said, "I think it was a response to Eva. I do too." Chris said Eva has done sketch stuff before, so right. But with Kamala going on my HBCU rant, I in my experience with being an HBCU graduate, the only people I've ever had to defend my degree to were Black people, which is so crazy to me. Because I'm going to tell you this: most white people know that HBCUs were started at a time when Black people could not be admitted to a white school, so they do know that they offer the same things that the PWIs offered, which is why when you talk to somebody white, they're like, "Oh, you went to Tuskegee? Oh, okay, awesome." And if anything, they view it as just a colored school. I hate to say that, but they view it as a school that we could go to and that we're accepted at. Whereas Black people, for some reason, think that just because it's historically Black, that diminishes what's being taught at the school, and that is very incorrect. And when you look at the people that have gone to HBCUs, they are very successful. So those Black people that think you can't get anywhere with an HBCU, please do your history. Because this is the last time I'm gonna say this. I do be getting mad, but please do your research, do your history, learn your history, and know that there are successful Black people that come from HBCUs, and HBCU stands for historically Black, meaning it is no longer a Black school and everyone can attend. And at Tuskegee, we had all students there, especially in our veterinary program. We have the number one veterinary program in the country.
Yep.
So, so
Exactly.
just I'm gonna get off my soapbox now. Sebastian, he's hilarious to me. But we're gonna move to we talked about Kamala. And thank you, Kamala. Shoot. She's an AKA too. I never pledged, but if I was gonna pledge, that was what I would have wanted to pledge.
I
So
agree. Yep.
so I love it. But let's move on to Lori Harvey. So with Lori Harvey, this story, like I saw it on the Shade Room, I was like, what? A hit and run? Why does she try to run? She's Lori Harvey. Like
Exactly.
I would think she can get out of anything, but it just seems like the only reason why I would think she would run is was she drinking or something? Like what? What? Tell me the details on that because I was confused.
So, they really haven't disclosed, and I haven't really looked directly into it to see if she was drinking or not.
Mm-hmm.
But anytime you do a hit and run, that's bad. You know what I'm saying? And no one was injured in the hit and run, but someone could have been. And
You know
so,
her G wagon and that I'm sorry, that's my dream car, G wagon. But
really?
her
Ooh,
yes, I
not a
love G
Mercedes
wagons.
fan.
Oh, I am with the G wagons. Anything else I don't like because as you know it's American made basically. But the G wagon is at some point. But her G wagon was turned over,
Yep.
and so I guess she just tried to walk away. They said they caught her just walking down the street. So it's
Exactly.
like,
So somebody paid a lot of money to not, you know, let everybody know the details of what happened, what's the reason, basically. What's the
yes.
reason? Because and then a lot of people have feelings like, well, if she wasn't rich, she wouldn't have just got 2 years probation.
But to be honest, and yes, Hannah, I said you were an honorary HBCU graduate. Honorary. But no, you went to a very good PWI as well. But no, with Lori Harvey, I mean, Lori Harvey is a very attractive woman. So even if this is just a stretch because we get done dirty, but I feel like she still would have got off because she doesn't have a criminal record at all. She's a pretty girl. She comes off like she just like, oh, damsel in distress. So I don't feel like even if she wasn't famous, I still feel like she would have got off. I don't know.
She was
Maybe that's
walk
just
she was walking down the street, and then they found her, and then she called her
she
daddy while
FaceTime
she
Steve
was
Harvey.
there
Yeah.
with the cops. And that
Yeah.
screams nothing to me but privilege.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm a fan of Lori Harvey too. But
You are. You say you a girly girl. You are definitely a girly girl
Yes,
because
I'm a girly girl. I love me some Lori Harvey. She's like so beautiful to me, and she looks so like natural. Like that's the thing about her. But she loses. I'm going back to the '90s. She loses some cool points for trying to walk off from this accident. That was kind of messed up.
definitely, I think
In
she needs to. I
Hana
think
said
she.
in PA you would have gotten probation because of no criminal record. Exactly. In Georgia they kind of would have did the same. With places that I've been, Wisconsin, they would have did the same. Chris said not in Texas. So I don't know. Every state is different. That's what I said. With black women, you never know. But in some states, especially California is a very liberal state. I just really feel like because she doesn't have a criminal record, she would have got off.
Right.
Because if they were going to do anything, just think about Offset when he got stopped by the police. He had to tell them he was a celebrity, whereas with this girl, it don't seem like she was harassed by the police like how he was.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that has something to do with what she looked like too. So I don't know. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I'm just
I
mad
could
that
be
she was walking down the street like, I'm just gonna leave my car there. Like, we.
Hannah said I would have used my privilege too. Dad, come get me out of this. I know him like, Daddy. Steve Harvey is my daddy. He's my daddy. And yeah, he told me I have to call him as soon as something happens. So excuse me while I make this call. Like, don't touch me. Y'all know what y'all do to black people. I would have been milking it. I'm sorry. I would have milked it for what it was. But no, I'm happy she just got probation. Hopefully she learns her lesson, and thank God she didn't go through something like Brandy, because remember Brandy had an accident where people died.
Yes,
So
yes, I remember that. That was terrible.
yeah, but yeah, call your daddy. That's what I would have did. But now, what I want to talk about is these young girls getting pregnant. Now, I don't want to shame. I don't. I'm all for black women uplifted. I don't want to shame anybody. So with Zanique, we'll start with her. She seems so very responsible. She has money. She even put up a tweet talking about her daddy taught her how to have a business. When she's 30, people are going to be congratulating her for her daddy getting her business. So she seems, yeah, Hannah Brandy killed somebody, yes. But what was I about to say? Zanique seems very responsible, and I like the fact that she's like, no, I don't have to marry this person, even though it's. I know we're all traditional and we feel like people can get married. With these rich kids, the only thing that makes it a little bad is the fact that you have other young women, which they shouldn't, wanting to be like them and emulate them.
Yep.
And that's going to be up to the parent though too. We can't like the Zani didn't ask to be in the family that she was in, so she does not technically have to be this role model for all of these girls because she technically is not out there like that as a star. She just happens to be related to a star, and
Yeah.
so she has the money to take care of her baby. She is doing it the responsible way. She's with the father. She's taking her time. She's doing whatever, and I respect that. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on Zani before we move
Right.
on?
I mean, and who's to say they probably will get married later? That's what I did with my husband. We had
Mm-hmm.
children first, and then we got married. My question is, one of the things that she said was um, she feels like raising a child is easier or harder than marriage. It was like she was comparing the two, and I don't really agree with her thoughts on that because again, she has a lot of followers, and she knows that she has these followers, and so
Maybe not to be shady, but maybe she's looking at her parents and
oh,
everything that they went through.
oh
Because
yeah,
Ti cheated on her mama. It was
yes,
stuff was in the news,
mm-hmm.
and so she's like, you know what? I'm gonna chill on that. I don't believe she planned to have this baby, but it happened. It happens to everybody. So it's good that she's deciding to keep it and not abort the child. And she just wants to take care of it. She's living at her own pace. But I wouldn't be surprised if her thought process with marriage has something to do with her Ti and Tiny.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree with that because rumor has it Ti is still out there. I mean, we don't know what agreement that him and Tiny have. They probably have some agreement, like Will and Jada, but rumor has it he's still out there cheating with other women. So
Yeah, and so Chris said it confuses her the lifelong commitment of a child and not a partner. And Chris, the only reason why I can speak on this is because I think of my mother. My mother grew up with both her parents always arguing, and so she always like she did not get married until we were all grown up out of the house. Me and my two other sisters, and so Taylor, hold on, what's wrong with her, Taylor? Sorry, I'm a mom, so give her pacifier. But my mother grew up with her parents arguing a lot. And so she always set it up where she didn't want us to see people that she dated. She didn't take people seriously. Like she would date, but if it wasn't something serious, we didn't see them at all. And she was just that was just because of what she grew up with. And she said she never wanted her own children to go through what she went through. Right. And so Zanique probably because we only see T.I. his persona on TV. We see their little reality show, but that's acting. Of course, they're not going to address the cheating on their show. So we never know how much they're arguing and all of that. And then I was about to say something about T.I. Oh, remember when we met T.I.? And he was like this little bitty guy. Like T.I. is shorter than me and Kanea.
Yes. I always tell Ray that story.
Yeah, we used to model at Tuskegee. We were in a modeling troupe. And we did Tuskegee used to have a players ball, and T.I. performed. And what was so freaking ratchet is our dressing room was T.I.'s dressing room. So while he's preparing for his concert, we're getting dressed in our clothes. So it's like they have us college girls just getting naked around him. And I'll just say this: the Negro was short and little. He's not somebody that I would mess with. He's cute on TV, but he's just too little for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. A lot of those celebrities are little. But I do remember that we were getting dressed in that.
Chris said he's small too.
We were getting dressed in that tent, and it was hot as I don't know what outside.
Yes. And I was like, what part of the game was that?
That was when he what year was that? I think that was
that was our freshman year. I should have used this as a story time. The T.I. Like we had some story times with that. But yeah, that was just the most raggiest thing. And I guess I don't know, Tuskegee must not have those anymore. I know people do go to the drag races now, and they do that in Montgomery. They have like their own Montgomery Freak Dick or whatever, which is it's supposed to be similar to what Atlanta used to have. But yeah, T.I. was not the business. Tiny must really, really be tiny because he looks bigger than her, but T.I. is a little bitty old man. Yeah. But moving on to Yaya Mayweather. Now that's the one. I want to hear your thoughts first. I'm gonna drink my drink.
I don't want to judge other people's parenting, and I understand that these people have money, but there's a lot of other celebrities who have money as well, and their children don't do the things that they do, like what she did, stabbing people and you can't even blame social media, because some people will say, oh, the Generation C, they have social media and think you can't blame that either, because again, some of these other rich children, they still have social media as well, and there's some kind of disconnect between the parents and the children. Of course, we know Floyd Mayweather's history with his children's mother, who she was killed. I believe she was killed. I don't believe
not her mother though. Is my connection freezing?
No, still in the same environment, and so who knows what type of impression that he's having on her, for her to ask, for her to choose the type of mate that. A lot of people were bashing her baby shower like it was in some warehouse and stuff like that.
Did you see what she had on for her to have all the
right? I did.
Yeah.
That was
my connection is bad. Let me highlight let me highlight Hannah's comment. She definitely needs counseling, and it makes you wonder, because Floyd Mayweather himself seems like he had a lot of toxic relationships. And so I don't feel like she learned how to have a man truly love her because her father has nothing but money. So he didn't necessarily have to be there. All he has to do is just throw money, throw money, throw money. And then I remember, it was rumored that he dated Ray J's soon to be ex-wife, Princess Love. She was with Mayweather before she was with Ray J. So he's had all these people. I've heard he was toxic. Hell, he even had a little thing with Tiny. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah. So Yaya, she definitely needs counseling. Um, oh, and yes, hon, I do believe she was killed. I thought I put up her counseling comment. But yes, I believe the baby mama was killed, and I won't say this. I was gonna say I think, but I won't say anything. But NBA Youngboy, let's talk about how problematic he is. First of all, he has four sons. Well, yes, what does he have? He has 5 kids. He's supposed to have 4 sons. One is actually not his, and he has a daughter. And so I believe he has 2 or 3 baby mamas. So Yaya Mayweather is going to be baby mama number 4. She already was going through a court case because she stabbed one of his chicks. She just seems like when you see them together, she seems like a damn robot, like when she's walking around with
Yep.
him. And she just seems too young. She looks like a little baby. And it's like, just imagine when we were her age, we weren't tied to no guys like that for real. Now, I did get engaged young, but hell, when I was in college, I did the hell whatever I wanted to do. Like, and you know it, Ganette. I was engaged to Steve, but I was still living my life like it was nothing. Um, yes, NBA YoungBoy does have a tribe. He has like, do y'all see the shade room where them chicks be like, well, I can be with him. He looking good today, and blah blah, like just going crazy.
Yes, and it's like grown women that's saying the same thing. I'm not understanding it. His music. Sometimes I do think some of these celebrities are faking their music and stuff like that.
But
His
no, you haven't seen him. He seems slow. I'm
his
sorry.
his latest post, he had posted a video of him talking about he needed he needed counseling or something like that, and I genuinely feel sorry for him. I don't want that to be
Honest.
his last video. You know.
Me and Hannah need to hang out because we are a lot alike.
I feel sorry
But
for him. He's going through some deep issues, and it's coming out. It comes out in all his relationships. It comes out in his
and
posts.
he's abusive. Remember, he like got in trouble because he was beating up one of his girlfriends at a hotel, and then this Yaya, he has her in a trance. Remember when she like confronted him and another girl at the hotel, and she came ready to like fight. It's
Yep.
like, what are you doing,
Yeah,
girl?
they're all fighting each other, and it's and
His harem, because that's what it is. It's a harem.
I feel bad that these babies are being grown up into this
And
because it's just gonna be a cycle.
she has too much money, and that's why some people get on her dad for not stepping in. And yes, he says he's gonna let her make her own decision. She's grown, but I'm sorry, you I'm gonna guide my children until they're at least 25, 30 years old. I still am. Like
I agree exactly.
that, like you have to be involved in your kid's life, and you have to be that saving grace. uh, yes, let me know when you hear, boo. We going out. But yes, but I don't understand. Like he's very supportive, but I'll let you talk about the baby shower.
So the baby shower, they said a lot of people were saying that the baby shower looked like it was in some warehouse and stuff like that. And to me, the decorations look nice. Her outfit could have been a little better. It did look like the outfit was from Rainbow. So
Yeah, and what's with all these girls wearing these onesies, these like spandex onesies? I don't get it because they wear them without being pregnant.
Is that an Atlanta thing?
I know. I've been seeing it everywhere.
That is
Oh, she
not
said, "Can we
cute.
talk about Blueface having them girls fight each other?" Yes, I saw that too. In his house, he had like WWF going on in his house. I'm like, what the hell?
Exactly. It's like, I mean, protect black women, protect black women, but some of these black women need to protect themselves
Well, these
as
are young,
well.
these are young women, and it just makes you wonder where their mothers at.
Right.
I wonder where their mothers at. And then these guys kind of take advantage of the fact that they are not. There's like these girls seem like robots or something.
But
And
to
then we're
me,
always talking about a woman needs to submit to a man, submit to a man. This is why I don't think I don't believe in that. Or if you're gonna submit, make sure it's your husband and not just some random rapper walking around. And though he might have some money right now, these are not rappers that like have been out. This is not a Jay-Z. This is somebody that's hot right now. So think about the money he's gonna have 10 years from now. Is he really gonna have this money? Like, are y'all really thinking about the investment? Watch how he's spending his money. Is he saving it? Is he invested in properties or is he just throwing it away? So it's like y'all don't think about that because the money is not gonna last forever. And these people ain't that hot.
they are not thinking like that, and it's not only with celebrities. Regular people, regular girls, young girls do it too. 25 and under, 18 to 25. The voters
Mm-hmm.
that we actually need and stuff like that. They're doing it as well. And it's like, where's the mindset?
Yep.
What's going
And
on?
like,
Because sometimes you need to stop thinking, oh, my mother wasn't there or my father wasn't there. You're an adult. You know
yeah.
right from wrong. Just make a change your mindset. It's easy.
Yep. And like Hannah said, they do need some guidance. And just like you, close to 40, I am too. And my mother be like, she would call me immediately if I was doing something like Candace, what's going on? And I have a husband and everything, but she was still calling me, and I'd be like, yes, mommy. I'm sorry, mommy.
Exactly. Some people don't have mothers to call them and say that. But then
Yeah.
you'll have someone else that's not your mother and step outside and say what you need to hear, and the first thing they come out their mouth is, "You not my mama. You ain't my
Mm-hmm.
daddy."
Like, all right, but you asking this man to be your daddy, and he gonna be your daddy, and the chick next door daddy too. Like he gonna be everybody daddy. I did want to talk about Regine. So Regine to me seems like she has her head on her shoulders
Yeah.
correctly. I hate that she's back with YNF and Lucci, whatever his name is. She done got her boobs done. Regine already to me had a very pretty body, and if Chris is still watching, I know Chris did not like Regine. But
Why?
I like Regine. Chris, if
Why?
you're watching, tell us why you don't like Regine. I think she thinks Regine is extra. But I like Regine.
I
She
do too.
seems like the smartest one. She bought a house young. Like her parents, for them to be who they are, they had her, her parents are our age. For them to have her as young as they did, and for her to be this responsible woman that has her head on her shoulders, they did a really good job with
Yep.
this girl. So for Wendy Williams to ask her, is she about to have a baby? I think that's crazy. I don't think Regine is going to have a baby. I think her mother is very involved in what she does, and her mother is probably like, no, because her mother didn't even like Lucci. She was like, why are you dating a rapper? Like you saw
Exactly.
what I went through with your father. You saw all that.
Wendy, I think Wendy being messy. She
Mm-hmm.
was just asking that because Zonique is pregnant, and Zonique and Regine are friends.
Yeah, they were friends and had that group. They weren't they in the group, the Fly Girls or something like that.
Yes, they need to have a reunion.
See, Hannah said she expected her to go back to Lucci. I didn't see. I didn't because she did keep going back, but she this last time I thought she was done because he was at that party with the girls doing a cucumber contest, and she talked about she shamed the girls that was doing the contest because she was upset that he was there. But I like her. I like Young Miami Carisha. She's hilarious.
I do. I like them too.
She's
And
hilarious to me.
you can tell. I like any woman that is not that's not being in control by someone else. Like if
Yeah.
you're in control, you live in your life. I'm all here for it, and that's what Regine is. She's living her life. She's having fun, basically. When she,
I was laughing at Hannah's comment. She could see the girl was trying. Yeah, it was. It was definitely trash.
and Regine, she got her breast done, and
Oh
so
yes, And
And
I didn't think she need that because her body was nice already.
yes, it's like, okay, she makes posts that go back and forth talking about love yourself, love your body, and stuff like that. And here you are getting your breast done.
Well,
And
you can tell she's insecure. You know, we're older. You can tell she's insecure, and especially like for her to shame those girls. Anytime you got to shame somebody else, you're kind of insecure. Like
mhm.
that's what it is. And so I don't know why she loved Lucci so much.
he,
Reading
you
went
know,
back to Breezy.
he
So
looked like
yeah,
a
that's true.
roachy. Why I think roachy?
He looked. I don't know him and that. What's that other one that what's her name? Ari is with Ari. And he's
Yeah,
a
I know
young boy. What is it?
NBA
Bag
young boy.
Money? No, that's NBA Young Boys
Oh,
with Yaya, but Money Bag Yo, is that his name?
yes, yes.
They look like some.
I get them
They look like
confused.
some pit bulls. Like they would bite you. Like
I'm not with it.
yes. And Hannah said people bully her to that. Don't like exactly. They did bully her. They talked about her body, but I used to think her body was popping because
Destiny, she has the same
yeah.
body type as her mother.
And she has like, even though I'm tall, I have that body type. So because I have the small boobs, but I have the big bottom.
Exactly. No
I'm
one.
a 10. No.
Why? I don't understand why. I'm not ashamed. Look, if you get your boobs done, I'm not ashamed of it at all.
I'm
You know,
laughing at
I'm
Honda.
not ashamed of it at all because I'm nursing and I'm loving the way that they look right now. So
Yes.
I'm not ashamed of it
Today,
at all.
log off right now.
If you got the money to get your boobs done, go ahead and do it. But
Yeah.
don't let other people influence you to do that. Especially, she has money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't let
And
other
going back
people
to
influence
Hannah's
you.
comment, I think he did take her virginity. Let me go to this one.
Oh, that is
I
probably why.
think I think he took her virginity, but it's like I understand he your first love, girl, but what you want at that age, you're not gonna want 5 years from now. So save
Exactly.
yourself. But we all gotta learn. We all made our mistakes.
You
So
know
it's
what she
like,
probably saying? She's probably saying she needs some D and she doesn't want to go all around to a whole bunch of people because coronavirus going on. So hey,
yeah.
do what you
And
got to do
Hannah
to
said
get
her
your D,
body is
girl.
odd. Hannah, your body is not odd. You got the boom and the power. You have the body I want. She got the boobs and the booty. What
Exactly. She, what you call it? It's a brick house.
brick house? Yes. She said I wouldn't get them done, but breastfeeding twice, I would get the yeah. I can agree with that because even though I'm small, from breastfeeding 3 times, they seem like they sag. So I definitely understand. But no, these young girls, mm, mm, mm. When did we become so old? Like, well, I'm not gonna say I'm old. I'm claiming I'm still young, but it just seemed like these is kids though doing this stuff.
Yep, and social media is allowing them to just run rampant, basically.
Yes. Well, what else did you want to talk about? We have one more topic. You see how I'm feeling my leg right this. I
I
didn't
always
realize I put my arm up.
I wanted to touch on Kiki a little bit because Kiki was
Oh
seemed
yeah.
like she was throwing shade at people who have food stamps, and this has been a topic for a long, long time. People who have food stamps and they're buying steak or they're buying crab legs and stuff like that. A lot of people feel like people who buy food stamps shouldn't be able to buy crab legs and steak. And when I was at Tuskegee, first of all, I had food stamps when I was a child.
Mm-hmm.
When I was at Tuskegee, I was a student. You had to work 20 hours a week in order to get food stamps. I needed those food stamps. So when I was a college student. And then, some women get, have food stamps, they have children and things like that. You probably need those food stamps. And so Kiki, you rich boo. Why are you
Yeah.
speaking
Like,
about
why
food
are you speaking
stamps? Shut
for
up.
poor people? Like, well, I told y'all in another show. I think it was with Ti. I hate when rich folks get in poor people business. Like, ma'am, that has nothing to do with you. And then it sounds like that's WIC. If she did her research, she would know that that's WIC. WIC basically provides free food for mothers and children, but maybe she wants it open to everybody. But
You know what the problem is? She got that white boyfriend, and that
and
that white boyfriend is putting those thoughts in her head. I've never heard her say something so shallow.
yes.
Talking about then she going to tweet Kamala talking about, hey, I have an idea. Let's
And
make the
Jeopardy
food.
said, "Who is Kiki, Akila, and the Bee?" That's what I remember. Remember Akila and the Bee? That's Kiki Palmer.
Kiki Palmer. Yes.
Yes.
That's
So
awesome.
I definitely feel like where is this coming from, ma'am? I do want to ask her that. And I'll say this. Yes, we as Black people want things changed, but I guess this is where I have the unpopular opinion. I'm still, I still represent America. So it's not going to be, I don't think that they're get in office to do everything that we want them to do. That to me,
Exactly.
that's not realistic because we live in a country that's supposed to be a melting pot. Even though at times the things that I would like to see them do for us is to make sure that we aren't killed by police, to make sure that we aren't profiled, and to make sure that when we go somewhere, they can now see that we have some business about ourselves and will leave us the hell alone, because Kamala has business about herself. And regardless of her being Asian and Black, people still see her as a Black woman. So I'm hoping when they see this Black woman as the vice president elect, they see me and they see her and me when I go somewhere. So that those are my thoughts on that.
Yep.
Yes. And thank you. Worry about that white boy she kissing. Yes. Kiki, yeah, she rubbed me the wrong way. I'm sorry. I don't have nothing against interracial dating, but that just did not look like a good look. As much as she speaks about Black women being unprotected and all this other stuff, then you kissing this random white boy online. I guess that's her boyfriend, though. But exactly, Hannah, Kamala is Black. Yes, because that's what they're going to see her as.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Especially.
Oh, thank you. She said she loves our show. Thank you. I love you. Giving us some support. But yes, that kiss was random. Like,
It was
I,
gross.
yeah,
The kiss was gross. Ew.
I feel like, remember that episode of The Cosby Show? I don't know. I'm about to get on the soapbox. But when Vanessa she brought Dabness, her husband, to the house, and she just sprung him up on them. And Bill Cosby was like, usually, you get a steak and you get a baked potato and you're ready for it. But let's say somebody put it on a trash can and they present that to you. Yes. And that's what it seems like she did, because it was so random and it was so like unlike her. Like, if this is what you're gonna do it, but do it respectfully. Like,
Exactly. Not just posting a random video of you kissing somebody. It's just
mm-hmm.
I don't understand it. It's like it just came and it just went away.
Yes, but that she said that's her boyfriend. So if that's her boyfriend, like, I don't know, just introduce him to us. Don't just kiss him. But I feel like the Cosby Show, she presented that steak and potatoes on her trash can. It was like, here, take this, eat it.
And
Like,
then
girl.
here she come with those stupid comments talking about, I feel like all the healthy stuff should be free if you have food stamps. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, she's never said anything like that. I am a Kiki Palmer fan, and I'm taking her down off of my list. She's gone.
No, I still like Akila and the Bee. I'm gonna still be a little fan, but maybe she's going through it. Like, I felt like she was going through whatever when she was saying she is bisexual and all this other stuff. Which there's nothing wrong with being bisexual, but it seems like she says things sometimes to make herself stay relevant. But I really hope if she is happy, exactly, Jeopardy. What I was just thinking, she's attention seeking. I hope she's happy, and I hope she's conscious of her movements and what she does, because there are, regardless, I know we shouldn't have little girls looking up to these people, but little girls look up to her. She was on the Disney Channel. Like, she cannot avoid that. She's not like Zanique, where Zanique just was guilty by association. Kiki Palmer was out there on the Disney Channel. So it's like, young girls are looking up to you. So I just really hope she changes the way that she moves. Ah! Hannah said I don't like her, so I keep this
Yeah,
energy.
I heard
Right.
Hannah. Keep that same energy, because you gonna need us. You gonna need us one day.
Yes. So what else you want to talk about? We have a little time. We went over our time, but so I don't care though. We don't.
Well,
I don't
so
have a limit.
everybody's talking about the election, and I hate to keep going there, but that's what's going on now. And so my funniest, the best things about the election was all the Donald Trump memes and how
Yeah.
sad they're making him look. My favorite one was when he's coming from golfing and they're playing the sad music in the background. And
My
it's
favorite one is
hilarious.
when he's coming off the plane and his tie is untied and they're playing
Yes.
the whole world's laughing at me. Teddy Pendergrass. That is
I
hilarious.
and low key, just the 0.5, I felt sad for him. I was like, oh, poor little Tink Tank.
Yeah, let's talk about Kanye. She said Kanye faced reality before him. What happened with Kanye? I didn't see.
Um,
Kanye.
no, Kanye West. So he had how many voters? He had 50,000 votes.
Yeah, which I think is crazy. He put Kanye up to just take some of the votes from Biden. I will forever feel like that because Kanye was a supporter for him, and then all of a sudden, oh, he's running against Trump or whatever. Kanye was put up to take some of the black vote. But
And I,
but what Trump misunderstood is we're not as stupid as he thinks we are. And Kanye, with his bipolar self, he didn't know what the hell he was doing. He just doing whatever.
but did he really think that we were gonna forget that Kanye endorsed him? Did they really think we were gonna forget that? Seriously.
Well, Kanye he's not on his medication, so I don't know if he was thinking at all. But Trump seems to think that we are very simple-minded people. And it was another meme I saw where it said, "I gave you guys $1,200 in stimulus checks. I should take those back from you bastards." Something like that. But yes, Hannah, he was definitely off his meds. I don't blame Kanye. I'm sorry. Until he gets mental help, I'm not blaming him for nothing.
My
That's just
absolute
me.
favorite one is the one that I sent you earlier when the guy is coming through the door with all his bags and he goes under there to grab the
Yes,
water bottle.
that is my favorite one because that reminds me of me and that reminds me of you with that stupid.
Exactly. That's that's
Oh,
that's that's the best one.
and Jeopardy says she thinks some people did forget. So could be.
I
Though
don't
they
forget.
seem like those white folks, though. I'm sorry.
I don't forget nothing. I don't forget nothing. I feel like we shouldn't even be in this predicament now with COVID, with all those people who decided that they didn't want to vote for Hillary or Trump in 2016.
And exactly. And it pisses me off because in reality, Hillary could have been our president back then if people would have voted like they did for Biden. Because, a lot of people did not like Biden based off of his old remarks. Also, a lot of women didn't like him because, he's touchy feely with women. But I mean, we came out and did what we had to do to get Trump out. I just wish they would have did that in 2016 because I feel like Hillary, as much as people didn't like Hillary, like my Kanar used to call her Miss Millie from The Color Purple, as much as people didn't like her, I still felt like she was the better choice for the president because she had already served as the first lady. She had experience in politics, so she knew how to do the job. She knew how to handle foreign policy. But it was like people still chose Trump. But I wanted to read Hannah's comment. She said COVID had a lot of people home viewing this and made a decision. It was no distraction at all this election. We were forced to stay home and see this. Exactly. So we were forced to get out there and definitely make a change. And Trump, I feel like in part is responsible for why COVID is as bad as it is. And then the head of his security, all these people have COVID now in the White House. So I hope they bomb it like they bomb out roaches out the houses. They need to bomb that White House to get the COVID out. Oh, let me not say that. Not literally bomb, not literally bomb the White House. I'm saying just exterminate.
With exterminate, yes. You're hilarious.
Cause no, they go. I don't want to get flagged when they talk about. She's saying bomb the White House now. Not saying
No.
bomb the White House literally. But yes, but Hannah Biden should have ran 4 years ago. I agree. I definitely agree. She said he might burn it down before he give it to Biden. Thank you. He ain't gonna want to leave.
I definitely feel like he has something planned. I
You
and
see, he fired somebody today.
oh no, I didn't see that. I saw
Yes,
that
let me go.
he didn't his administration didn't want to have something they have to sign to give the Biden team permission to go in and do what they have to do, and they get permission and access to all these accounts. They didn't want to sign that. I saw that.
My
But
I don't know why my connection is freezing, but yes, Hannah Roach bomb. Yes, but he fired Mark Esper. He was the Secretary of Defense. He fired him today.
I'm gonna look that up because he always has some ulterior motive on why he does. He moves calculated, I will say that, but he moves calculated to only benefit himself.
And you see, Hannah said he fired him after he gave us 2-week notice. And this man, I looked him up. Trump was mad at him because he wouldn't send troops out to get the Black Lives Matter protesters. Like, this man was going against everything Trump was saying, which was good for us and good for the people. But in Trump, as soon as he got a chance, fired him. And like Hannah said, I didn't even know that. And he fired him after he gave us 2-week notice. Trump is so ignorant. So that means he's still gonna get paid, because when you fire somebody after they give their 2 weeks, you have to pay them out because they gave you the notification prior to you letting them go.
Yeah.
Who these people? Exactly. So we are going to end it here. Do you have any final thoughts you want to say?
Salute to Black women. We are running things. We continue to run things, and it's not going to stop. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to thank all the Black women. And if you support Black women in your home, I want to thank you too as well.
Yes, and how to pay me. Exactly. I'd rather they pay me out too. Well, my final thoughts: Echo Canales definitely support us. Shout out to Stacey Abrams for Georgia. I'm so glad that she was able to get her flowers now, because 2 years ago I voted for Stacey Abrams and I really felt like they cheated her out of that election. For those that don't know, Kemp was the Secretary of State and he was over the elections, and all of a sudden he became the governor. So I am very happy she's getting her flowers. Yes, Anna, thank you. And yes, proud Black woman. I am very proud to be a Black woman, especially in today's world. We're valid and we are there. And shout out to President or Vice President elect Kamala Harris. But that's it. That's all I have. But bye, everybody.
Yeah.